Hello friends, how you doing? Day 647. Hope you're doing amazing on this Friday. TGIF, baby! Whoop whoop! Coming in a little late, it's 10 o'clock right now, but I just want to talk about something. I read a post, and it's got me thinking. I'm sure a lot of my friends who are analyzers probably thought a lot about this already, but I never really thought about it too much. So it was a post, I forget what it was, about backing into a parking spot. And so there's actually a number of points that, when I read through the comments, people actually made. And I thought I'd just share with you some of those points. And so number one, if you back up into I don't know, normally I pull into a parking spot and I park, right? And then I pull out when I leave. Of course, certain parking spots, they tell you either to only back in or not to back in. Obviously, you gotta follow those. But just in general, when I'm going to a parking spot, I just pull in and then pull out. I don't really think too much about other points or other things that pop up. But so here's some of the things that actually I was reading in the comments. So number one, it's actually safer and easier to back into a parking spot between stationary cars than it is to actually back into moving traffic. Right? And so if you back into a parking spot, when you actually head out, it's a lot easier. Why? Because now you're pulling out. Another thing is that when you're actually doing that, you can actually see a lot clearer. Okay, let me see here. Oh yeah, so in an emergency, it's actually safer for you since you can actually see in front of you, and you don't need to do a 3-point turn. So if time is of the essence, obviously pulling out is a lot quicker. Another point is that your front wheels are the one that typically turns and not your back. So it's actually easier to for the turning radius if you're actually in a tight spot. Another point that I didn't think about was that if you actually back in into a spot, it's actually easier if you need to jumpstart your battery. So another car can pull right up to it, and usually the batteries are in the front, right, under the hood. So that would be easier access as well. And another thing, let's see. Oh, I didn't realize this, but big companies actually have a policy for their. Some big companies actually have a policy for their employees to actually back in. And the reason why is, again, it's all data driven, that there are actually less accidents when that happens. And so obviously it's more cost effective for companies' insurances if you follow that rule. And so, man, stats don't lie, right? They tell you exactly what happens. And so those are some interesting things I never thought about. And then the last thing is that your front bumper is actually lower and can potentially hit a curb or a parking block. And so if you back in, then typically your rear bumper is actually higher, so has a less chance of actually hitting the parking block or a curb. And so yeah, so those are the main points I got from it, and I was like, I never thought about that. And so now when I'm parking, I always think, oh, should I back in? Because yeah, of all those reasons, right? Like for me in the past, when I go to a conference, there's thousands of cars, right? And so I normally try to go way to the back of the parking lot, and preferably close to an exit. Why? Because typically when you're leaving a huge conference, guess what? Everyone's trying to leave at the same time, and so cars are just sitting there waiting. And so it's actually a lot faster if I just walk all the way to the back of the parking lot that's by the exit, and then get in the car. If I had backed up, then I can just pull right out and get in the queue. Way easier and way more time effective. So, just a few points that I thought I'd share with you if you never thought about it, to save you some time, energy, and hopefully some frustration. Because when you have thousands of cars trying to leave, like it could be an event, a concert, anything, right? That everyone's trying to leave at the same time. You can sit there for like literally half an hour, and I've been in that situation before, and it's like, why is my car even on? And so those are just a few points that hopefully can help you in a future situation. Anyways, friends, that's all I wanted to share tonight. Hope you're doing amazing. I'll talk to you guys soon. Ciao.